Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 6, subject General Science, chapter 12, Electricity and Circuits, part 1. So I'll be reading out from page number 116 from your textbook. If you have them, please refer the textbooks. Okay. So we use electricity for many purposes. So in this lesson, you're going to learn more about electricity and circuits, how the electricity works and how the electric cell works, or what is a bulb, and how we can make a simple circuit at home itself. Okay, so we use electricity for many purposes in our houses or in our day-to-day life. Electricity has been a part of our life for many years now, right? We use electricity to make our life much simpler. So, for example, we use electricity to operate the pumps that lift water from the well or from the ground level to the rooftop tank. We all have the overhead tank or the rooftop tank, right? Which is connected to the underground pump or the bore wells or the wells that are present in your houses. So what happens here is by using electricity, these electric pumps, they pump the water from the lower level to the higher level. So this makes our life much more simpler. The water which goes up can be used in our taps easily, right? So that is the whole point. What are other purposes of which you use electricity? List some of them in your notebook. There are many other uses of electricity also, right? The light, mainly the light, isn't it? That is one of the main use of electricity in our day-to-day life. Does your list include the use of electricity for lighting? Lighting, of course, it is a very important part of our life. Like in the night, if it is very important to have proper lightings for the better visibility. Electricity makes it possible to light our homes, roads, offices, markets, and factories even after sunset. Now, many years back, the sun was the only source of light for us, and we used to work only during the daytime when there is light. But later on, after electricity was found, we started working in the night, and all the things in the night. We started having food in the night. All these things started later in the night. It's later in the years itself. Okay. So this helps us to continue working in the night. A power station provides us electricity. However, the supply of electricity may fall or it may not be available at some places. Power stations are the place where they produce electricity. There are different sources to produce the electricity. The one picture that you can see in your screen is the coal produced a power station. That means coal is burnt, and from that heat energy the electric energy is produced. The one thing that you should one rule of physics is that, or the one rule of electricity or one rule of energy is that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be converted from one form to another form. So here the heat energy is converted into the electric energy. Later on, that electric energy is transferred to your houses, and using that electric energy, the energy it is changed to the light energy. Okay, it can neither be created, we cannot destroy the energy also, but it can only be changed from one form to another form. So however, the supply of electricity may fall or it may not be available at some places. In such situations, a torch is sometimes used for providing light. Like if you go to movie theaters and all, know, there the torch the person holding the torch will help you find the seat if you're reaching the theater late. Like that, even in your house, you will have a torch. As soon as there is a power cut, you search for the torch, then you search for the candle. A torch has a bulb that lights up when it is switched on. Where does the torch get electricity from? The The torch also should get electricity from to switch on the light, isn't it? So where is it getting from? So before we step into that, there is one part about the caution sign. You might have seen this danger sign shown here, displayed on poles, electric substations, and many other places. It is to warn people that electricity can be dangerous if not handled properly. Carelessness in handling electricity and electric devices can cause severe injuries and sometimes even death. Hence, you should never attempt to experiment with the electric wires and sockets. Also remember that the electricity generated by portable generator is equally dangerous. Use only electric cells for all activities related to electricity. You should be very cautious when you're using this electricity. Even at home, we have it in our day-to-day life, but it can turn out to be very dangerous to human life, because if you get caught, or if there's a shock, it is very difficult to move your hand away from the electric switches. Okay, especially we tell you not to touch the switch with wet hands, because your water can attract the electricity and it might affect you. Okay, that is why we have these caution signs. Usually these caution signs you can see where there is high voltage electricity, which can be very dangerous. Just within seconds we can be dried out. So what basically happens when you touch electricity is it starts taking out the water in from your body. Okay, or if the water completely is drained from your body, the body cannot survive. That is the problem with electricity. So that comes to the next step, the electric cells. Electricity to the bulb in the torch is provided by the electric cells. Electric cells are also used in alarm clocks, wristwatch, transistors, radios, cameras, and many other devices. Electric cell means this is the electric cell, children. Okay, so have you ever carefully looked at an electric cell? If you haven't, you can do it now itself. You will have a TV remote, right? Take Open the TV remote and you can see the electric cell in it. Observe it. Okay, you might have noticed that it has a small metal cap on one side and the metal disc on the other side. Did you notice there is a positive sign and the negative sign marked on the electric cell? The metal cap is the positive terminal of the electric cell and the metal disc is the negative terminal. All the electric cells have two terminals, a positive terminal and a negative terminal. These two terminals act very important in an electric cell. Only when these two terminals are connected by a wire or any other device, then only we can use the electric power that is stored in this electric cell. There's one more thing about this electric cell is they can get dried up. The electricity stored in these electric cells can be it is very less. Okay, it is not continuous flow from somewhere from the source, but this itself is a source and it is a limited source where it is very less or very little of electricity that is present inside these electric cells. So that is why we often have to change the electric cells in the TV remotes or the clocks. All these things we change it because it is limited supply of the electricity. So I will stop this lesson till here. I hope you understood till now. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself, keep learning, children, and take care, children. Thank you.